friends, my name is Kiki, and I am your guide to better VTubing and understanding VTubing better. And today, we're going to teach you how to go from something like this, plain old, just out of the box customizable model, to something like this. So if you want to see how to do that, stay tuned, because we're going to go straight through a whole entire guide on right from when you download your model right up to the end and your desired look as a customizable VTuber. So let's get right into it. If you don't already, download your VTuber files. That should be pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I should have to explain that part at least. But all you need to do is go wherever you bought it, download your files, find your downloads folder, and find where your VTuber folder is. So in my case, here's my downloads folder, okay? Here's my floof, and here's my Momo. Just for the sake of stuff, I'm gonna just click on one of them and show you how you get it into your VTube Studio folder. So, you're gonna click on it. You should, if you have Windows 11 at the very least, you should just be able to click on it and hit extract all up at the very top here. Or you can double click into it and hit extract all. Then it's going to ask you where you want to put it, and you're going to browse and make sure you go into Steam, Steam Apps, Common, VTube Studio Data, Streaming Assets, and Live 2D Models, and these are all the models that I have. So make sure that you stick your model folder, the whole folder, in here and extract it there. You'd hit select folder in this case, and then you'd extract it. I'm not going to do that because it's already extracted. So, but yeah, that's how you get your VTuber in VTube Studio. Okay? Alright, so now once you're in VTube Studio, you're going to have that blank canvas kind of look like this. When you first open VTube Studio, you're going to have nothing in here probably. Or it's going to load one of the default models. However, if you want your model that you just bought in here, what you do is you double click, you go to change VTS model, which is the pink person up here. It's gonna take a second. You can filter them out. So if you know what your model is called, you can literally just type in. So like in my case, I'm gonna type floof, and then all my floofs show up. So I don't need to change it, but the little frog here is the indication of which model you are on. So if you have multiple models of the same one, or like a 2K, 4K, 1K, you can know which one you're on by the little cute dancing frog here. But then you click whichever model it is that you want, it's gonna load in. So from there, you're gonna double click again if it closes this menu and go to settings. And then you're gonna see these top icons up here. You have your general settings, your webcam tracking, audio and visual, your model settings, and your hotkey settings and expressions. You want hotkey settings and expressions for customizing your model. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that you've clicked on that one, and then you're gonna come over here to expression editor. Don't worry about any of these for right now. These are just your hotkeys. So some models will have a bunch of these depending on what toggles you have, and some models won't. It really just depends on what you got going on and what kind of model you bought. In Floof's case, she's got sad, heart eyes, sparkly eyes, confused, angry, blush, and dark eyes as already pre-made toggles. So what you're gonna do, you want to customize your model, right? So you're gonna hit expression editor and create new expression. Then you're gonna hit select, and then you put in your expression name here. So I don't actually have an expression. I don't actually have an outfit I want to do. So just for the sake of things, you'd name it whatever you want to name it. This can go for outfits or for characters. So let's just say character name here. And then generally, some of them have watermarks and some of them don't. I do believe with floofs that you have this where you can read about purchasing the model and that it was who it was rigged by, please use proper rights, so on and so forth. Sometimes this will be a thing that you have to toggle on but not switch it on. for there to not be a watermark, but mine's already off. And then you just go from here, and essentially what you do is if you click, that turns on the toggle, if you will, and then you can use the slider to change colors. So this is the natural skin colors, so obviously your very, very pales to your very, very darks. You can change the skin tone shade if you want, which is basically just shading. But that's essentially all you do. And then you just go down and make your character the way you want to. If you know, like say you get to the very, very end, your character is all customized and you're like, crap, I saw this thing earlier, and you remember what the toggle is called, you can filter it in here. So if I type eyes, it's going to give me everything to do with eyes. Okay? Once it's done, you're going to hit save. In this case, we're not hitting save because I haven't done anything. But once you have your character made, you hit save, and then it's going to pop back up like this. Generally, what you want to do is you want to just hit done, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, hit the plus sign, name your hotkey. I will say VTube Studio is weird, and you have to hit the pencil for the cursor to show up and type. And if there is no cursor, it will not type. So just keep that in mind. I feel like that's self-explanatory when you're typing on anything. If the cursor isn't there, it doesn't type. But in this case, specifically, you have to hit that little pencil. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay? You're going to type in your character name. You're going to go hotkey action and set unset expression. And then the expression, you hit that and you go find the one that you named your character. So obviously I have a lot of them because I do this a lot. I have a lot of outfits and stuff, but mine is called Kiki. So if I wanted to, I click on this. I don't want to because I already have a hotkey for Kiki, but there you go. That's pretty simple. And then in my case, because the floof model, some of them have color sliders, some of them are art meshes to color your clothes or your hair or anything else for that matter. Because I have a model where the colors are art meshes, I have gone in and made another hotkey for my Kiki colors, if that makes sense. So this one is the one we just walked you through on how to do, and then this one is my colors. So if you have the floof model, I know that the floof and the twin tails are like this. So if you have a floof or a twin tails customizable model, listen up. Or if you think you're ever going to end up with a customizable model with art meshes, this is how you do it, okay? So what you want to do is you go in. If you don't know how to customize with art meshes, I believe I have a video on that. I'll link it in the card and down below. If I don't have a video on that, I'll make one. But essentially, you go up here into customize, and then you hit customize model, and then customize multiply screen color for art meshes, and that's going to change all your colors for you. In this case, I've already done that. So once your character is completely made, customized, and colored, what you want to do is make the one hotkey to set the expression so it looks like your character. So in this case, here's what my Kiki looks customized. Her hair, lip color, eye color, and eyeshadow are all sliders. However, because I have heterochromia, I had to color my eyes separately. Not a big deal, just throwing it out there if you have art meshes. It's the same with the ears. My ears also had color toggles, but the way that the floof is set up, if you color the ears in the color sliders, A, your earrings become the same color as your ears, and B, so does your ear fluff and your inner ear. You have no control over any of that, whereas if you do it with art meshes, you can do it however you want. So just keep that in mind. So here's what Kiki looks like without her colors. This is how she's been customized, right? So because this is an art mesh, what I went and did is when she's completely colored, so let's say I had gone in and completely colored her and she is the way I want her to be. So here's what I look like colored, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make another hotkey. You're gonna call it whatever you want that's gonna help you remember that this is for your colors. And then you hit hotkey action and find art mesh color preset, and then hit record settings, and you should see a thing that says art mesh count and however many numbers. It depends on your colors and all that good stuff. So because I have a Stream Deck, I have it set up as a multi-action. So I'll show you here real quick. So as you guys can see here, these are all my toggles because I am colored with an art mesh. So because all my colors are art meshes and not color sliders, I have to color them separately and not in the customization when I'm picking my clothes area. So what I've done, and what I discovered thanks to, I believe Cybot is the one that told me about this, but either way, what you do is you go up into multi-action, and you make a multi-action hotkey, and then I put trigger hotkey, delay, and trigger hotkey, and my hotkeys are my model expression, so Kiki and how I customized her, and then my model colors. So if that's something you're interested in, I can go more into depth into my Stream Deck and stuff like that. If you guys would like, just leave me a comment down below and I will do that for you. That's basically all you need to know from right out of the box VTuber, customizable VTuber, to how you want her or him customized. The one last thing I will mention really fast is that if you want your expression to stay on permanently unless you change it, what you want to do is you want to go to the cogwheel again. You want to go over to model settings, and up at the top here where it says save active expressions, make sure that that is turned on. Because if it is not, every time you open VTube Studio, and let's just say you have this model loaded, this is what you're going to look like every single time. It's not a big deal to just toggle on a hotkey, but if you'd like it to just be on and ready to go for you, then this little button will save you some time. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I taught you something. If you guys have any questions or if anything didn't make sense, please let me know down below in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe for more VTuber help and silly gaming videos. And remember that I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Valora every Wednesday through Friday from 4 p.m. MST to 9 p.m. MST. My times have changed. And every Saturday starting at 12 p.m. MST, and then depending on whether or not that Saturday is the last Saturday of the month or not, it's usually until 7 p.m. If it is the last Saturday of the month, it is sub-only night. So if you're a subscriber on Valora or on Twitch, you can play games with me if you'd like. And that is every Saturday, the last Saturday of the month, and we do a poll in the Discord for what we'd like to play about a weekish before, just so I have a good idea of who has what game and what we could play. So I do hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope I was helpful, and like I said, if anything doesn't make sense, please let me know. But otherwise, make sure that you guys follow me on Lowlight, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Valora, even Kik if you'd like. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember guys, dare to climb, but don't be afraid to fall. And I'll see you when the blood moon rises.